What's going on, y'all? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good games. Great games last night. For the WNBA. It was good. Caitlin Clark finally exploded and doing what she does best, hitting a lot of threes. During the pregame and stuff, they kept asking her, should Kennedy Carter apologize to her, and she was like, no. Look, pink folk in the media, stop it. And now they're putting up a thing, oh, don't tell nobody Angel Reese. More people came and saw Caitlin. Yeah, it should be that way. What's wrong with that? It was a lot of people to come see her as well. Like, Caitlin's gonna have more because she's white. Who's the majority, white or black people? White. So, of course, she's gonna have more people come see her. It's like, duh. You know. It's like, what are we talking about here? And who cares? It helps the league grow. That's the problem. White folks never want anybody to have nothing. They always got to throw something out there to try to make their player better. But I'm going to tell you guys something about this pink folk media. They can't tell you about the game. The game last night, the Indiana Fever did something that I've been wanting them to do with Caitlin Clark. While she's not able to play a half-court set very well, they had her speed the tempo up. She sped the tempo up. Alyssa Smith was getting some baskets. Kelsey Mitchell was coming open. So was Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston made some big shots down the stretch, which was key. So they did their job. And this is something that I've been begging them to do. Chrissy Sides has found her rotation. And plus they had some time off. I think they had like 3 days off. So they had a chance to actually practice and actually go over stuff with each other. They were defending Caitlin Clark. What Caitlin was noticing was they're going to have a person on her 94 feet or 90 feet, whatever you want to say. I say about 90 feet. They were going to have a person on her, and then they were going to have another person behind that person to come and trap her. But Washington didn't do that a lot. Washington was getting beat because they're really not a strong defensive team on the perimeter. Shout out to Quita Love Sports. She explained it to me yesterday about their missing their best defender. So Caitlin Clark was able to do what she had to do. She was able to cook. She made some big shots. It was fun to watch. And also they had her playing off the ball. They had number 3 bring it up. And Caitlin was coming off of the screens and she hit a couple threes that way. That's how you got to play Caitlin Clark. In the half court, or if she brings it up, they're stuck and they got to get in their half-court set, give the ball up, run around these screens. You got Alyssa Smith and you got Aaliyah Boston who can set hard screens for you. This is the stuff I try to tell you guys. This shows you how much of her IQ is. And Caitlin Clark shows that she has a little bit of IQ. And she's learning. But the media questions and all this stuff, it's got to stop. Let the girl play basketball. She's going to be roughed up. She's going to be knocked around. That's the way the game is played. You guys don't watch the WNBA. Now y'all watching it because she's here. And it was funny. People was talking bad about Angel Reese. And it's like, dude, Angel Reese has bigged her up in interviews as well. just say what you really want to say. Y'all don't like black folks. Y'all don't like black players who have beaten Caitlyn in the past and who have knocked Caitlyn on the floor. Y'all don't like that. Y'all want the white girl to be able to do whatever she wants. And it's crazy to me. But what also helped was also when it gets late in games, the Indiana Fever got to learn how to slow the pace down. Because they let the Washington Mystics get back in the game. Defensively, they tried to go to a zone. That zone's not going to work. Caitlin Clark got to learn how to play man-to-man defense. She's got to. But as overall what she did last night, I give her a B. Caitlin Clark got a B last night. She did good. Some things I want her to do better. I want her to learn how to set better screens for others, as well as come off them screens and catch and shoot. She need to get her catch and shoot game a little better. Got to work on her handle still. She still gets ripped a lot. And she got to work on that mid-range. Now, you know, but the lineup with her, Samuelson, Mitchell, Smith, and Boston, that's your starting lineup. Now, later in games, down the stretch in clutch time, they take Caitlin out and they put Wheeler in because Wheeler's a better defender. So that's very smart on Chrissy Sides. Chrissy Sides has done some good things as coach. I don't know why people are so hard on her. This team is very talented. I think when that Olympic break happened, even though Caitlin Clark wasn't selected, when that Olympic thing happened, I think her and the Fever could actually get better working together. And I think they'll be dangerous. I see the potential in them. But Caitlin is going to be up to her. Caitlin got to learn how to adjust her game in the half court. Transition, I'm not worried about because transition-wise, she a beast. She could pass it. She know how to split the seams. She know how to hit people on the go, or when they set up, she know how to give them the ball. I like that. I'm happy for her. She had a big game. Caitlin just got to keep playing. See, I was on Caitlin Clark like before her junior year, before y'all really was on her like that. She became national when she started hitting all these threes. But Caitlin is learning. You know that, you know, she turned off her social media. She turned off all her stuff because she's tired of this crap. She just wants to play basketball. Now, does she play victim? Does she use certain stuff behind closed doors? Yeah, she does, but it's mainly her handlers and it's mainly the media. The media is owned by the Jews and owned by whites. So they're trying to push this dumb narrative about black versus white, when that ain't got nothing to do with anything. But let them tell it. But Caitlin Clark, you know, great game. Keep playing good. Look, I've been watching all of her games even since Iowa. I'm a big fan of her, and we're going to talk about her friend in a minute, Kate Martin. I'm a fan of both of them. You know, she beat LSU. She beat my favorite player, Angel Reese. And Angel Reese beat her, so hey, it is what it is. Now, they did screw them in that game when they played them earlier. They screwed the hell out of Chicago, but that's another story. But the Washington Mystics, listen, Down the stretch, the Mystics could have won this game. Atkins tried to play one-on-one and tried to win the game on her own, and it's like, dog, you had Dotson wide open. I think that's her name, Dotson or Dozin. She's the heavy set girl. That's number 31. She a beast. She could play. Aaliyah Edwards, she got to make her free throws. The Washington Mystics killed themselves because they was missing so many free throws down the stretch. If they would have made their free throws, they could have won the game by 2, maybe 3 points. They just kept missing. And then Atkins, she just tried to go win the game, and she had time on the clock to get a play set up. She just went in there trying to win the game and left all this time on the clock. Then they had no choice but to foul Caitlin Clark, which she gonna knock her free throws down. So it was crazy. There's a lot of things that messed them up. And it was that and their coach. Their coach, he don't know what the hell he's doing because he's the son of the general manager. So he don't know what he's doing. He don't. Dude don't know what he's doing. He looks lost out there. It's like, I just don't understand. But the Mystics' problem is closing the game. They should have beat Chicago on Thursday night, and they should have beat the Fever last night. They had a chance to win both games. They should have won their last 4 or 5 games. They're getting down the stretch and they're just imploding. Aaliyah Edwards had another solid game. She's going to be the centerpiece for this team. Hines Allen was dominating. I don't know why they took her out the game. I would have left Hines Allen in with Aaliyah, left Dotson in, and I'd have had Atkins in there and still had, I think the other white girl name was Samuelson on their team. Samuelson. I would have had them in down the stretch. We'd have dominated. You know, because Aaliyah could have guarded Nalissa, and then you could have had Hines Allen on Aaliyah Boston. She would have been able to keep her from getting some key rebounds. So Washington messed themselves up. They should have won the game. You know, they pissed me off because they should have won. You know. After those big threes, Caitlin was quiet. Caitlin was quiet. But shout out to the Fever for their win. Now, the Seattle Storm and Aces. The Seattle Storm went in there, slapped their mama, made a big ass sandwich, and sat in the dad's big chair and ate right in front of him. Listen, Seattle is tough. I told everybody, once Seattle get together, they get their team on the right path, they gonna give everybody trouble. The team I still want to see them play is the Connecticut Sun. I think that's gonna be a great game because you got Skylar Diggins-Smith. She's feisty. Her and Jewell Lloyd gave Plum and Jackie Young the business last night. They couldn't do nothing. Kelsey Plum was getting knocked around like Skylar Diggins-Smith was locking her up. Jackie Young couldn't do anything. Then they brought the Hayes girl. They was pushing her around. They got physical with the Aces. It's starting to show that the Las Vegas Aces, man, you can kind of get physical with them and get them out the game. I'm not saying they're going to lose this year, but they can get got. NECA came back. She was sensational down in the post. She got some shots off. But the person who really dominated the game was Magalore. Magalore is a beast, dog. She is raw. She gave Asia Wilson problems. And she gave the other girl Stokes problems. The one girl, I can't think of her name, number 7, she was trying to D him up and she was getting killed. The first half, the Las Vegas was, they were rolling, and then Seattle stopped all that and started taking them to school. Skylar Diggins-Smith is playing some of the best basketball I've seen from the point guard position in a long time. She's distributing, she's playing defense, she's getting everybody involved, she's being a leader, she's making people like, look, this is what's going to be done. And they're taking on her attitude. That's what I love to see. Jewell Lloyd might be one of the best players in the W. Her turnaround jumper, her fadeaway, her post, her footwork, impeccable. But she might be the best. She might be one of the best players in the W. She be balling. Kate Martin came in. She did okay. She had a good steal. She stripped the ball, and Kelsey Plum was able to score on the other end. But this game, they were trying to let Asia do whatever. Asia was balling, and then down the stretch, Asia just was tired. They was beating her up all game. And it's starting to show, if you get physical with Asia, and you get physical with the Aces, you got a chance. You got a chance. Now that the Phoenix Mercury got Grinder back, Seattle gonna have something for that. Magalore is just amazing because what she do is she could play inside and she could put the ball on the floor, get to the next level. Then you got Nika at the 4, is deadly. And their bench, they got Russell, they got the girl 23, and the white girl 32. They came out, they defended well, they moved the ball, they attacked the basket, they got the Aces in foul trouble. That's how you beat the Aces. You got to play for all 4 quarters. You don't have to. You're going to have to play for a full 40 minutes. Because if you don't, That's your ass. So, you know, great game, great game. The Seattle Storm, undefeated in the Commissioner Cup. They tough. They real tough. But the Storm's ability to play man-to-man defense, and everybody at all their positions can hold their own. They can hold their own. They can hold their own, man. So it's gonna be tough. But like I said, shout out to the Storm, Skylar, NECA, Jewell. Y'all showed y'all asses off, man. Great win, man, especially against the champs. Nothing but sensational. And shout out to Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Alyssa Smith. They showed their ass as well. They got the W. Yeah, the Mystics are a bad team, but hey, this is a good builder. You know, the Mystics had a chance to beat both the Sky, the Sky and the Fever. But hey, we'll see what happens next time. So I'll holler at you guys later. Y'all be safe. I'm out. Deezy.